What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. Today we are going to kick right off with some gameplay because this build is absolutely brilliant and it seems to kill way quicker than it should do. You'll watch the damage numbers, you'll see me hit for around 1 million sometimes with some of the crits, but I feel like I hit it just as fast as my strikers build, but I am also providing a lot of team buffs, giving my team lots of extra damage as well. It takes a little bit of a setup, which you will see, but we hit absolute monster damage, as you can see there, and as you will see now that we are completely set up. A chunga to believe us. Getting some testing into the build here. Not giving us the easiest run of Lincoln at the start, but we're doing as expected. For his helmet, let's not cheat. Yeah, no problem at all. Some huge numbers, and you can also see the 939k crits that I was also doing, and that's not yet talking about a huge amount of team buffs that we're going to do to the team as well. We'll just run this section because we'll see if we can make this one a little bit cleaner.
Right here.
One is behind the truck behind us. So we can closet all these, making it nice and easy. He's not that interested in chasing us down. Probably a red bar. We hit over 1 million then as well. Oh, there we go. I said that, and now he's hitting us in the back. There he is. Nice and easy. So I think that's a good enough bit of a demo. I'll put a full run at the end of the video for you to check out as well. But this build's absolutely brilliant. And it's a combination of two builds that I've seen in my comments recently. People saying, oh, try this, try this. And when I was putting one of them together, I was like, hang on, what if I try this? And there's a huge amount of options available with this as well for guns that you want to run, specializations and things like that. Group play and solo play. There is an absolute huge amount of options for you guys to run this exactly how you like. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and hit the bell so you are notified when I upload more Division videos. Even better, come over to Twitch and hit follow. I could be streaming live right now, and if you need a community Discord, there's never been a better time to join. If you need any help with the raids, you know, raid exotics, eagle bearers and things like that, you'll find the link down below in the description. And with all that said, let's get on with the build. So I've chose Firewall, and you want assault rifle damage. The reason I've chose Firewall is I want this little mod here that gives us extra critical hit damage. But it does have some other nice things as well. Like the armor kit is really, really nice. If we get stuck because we get set on fire, if we're going to go down for the first time every 5 minutes, if they break our armor, which is nice. And other allies deal 10% more damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of me. So there is some kind of nice stuff with this. I really went all out. I really wanted the crit damage mod. Other ones that you could use though, you could use Survivalist. This will give a more, you know, permanent bonus because group members with 10% will do 10% bonus damage with targets with status effects. And as you saw, everything I hit got a status effect. So, you know, this will be more consistent. You get the fire grenade, which is nice. You get 10% in protection from elites, which is nice as well. Just remember, you need the increased assault rifle damage. That's something you definitely want. Or, depending on what gun you're going to use, just select whichever one you need. The last but not least is Gunner. Really, really good. You get the rate of fire increase. You get the Banshee Pulse. You get the grants the 10% armor on kill as well. All really, really solid options here. You could pick that as well. And that would work. This one probably more for solo if you want to include some armor on kill. So we'll go down to the range. And you saw that I hit with the Scorpio, and that was completely intentional because I wanted to get to proc. If you've not already guessed, I'm using the ongoing directive, but to proc the bullets, you've got to kill something with a status effect. And the Scorpio makes that really, really easy. And then as you can see then, we just keep them forever. Because we're hitting so hard, we actually get kills. This is a support build that is actually really, really good by itself. And there's that many different things being applied. Bleed, all the other multiplicative buffs, some extra crit damage as well and things like that. Things just seem to die super quick. And I don't know if it's just my mind, if something's multiplying from something else. I can't really work it out, but it's beautiful. I feel like the damages numbers should be as high as my strikers build. So enough said. Now let's take a look at the actual build, and here it is. Now I'm set up right now currently to buff my team in all scenarios. As I go through it, I'll let you know what you can change, and that way then you can choose you want to run this more solo, a bit of both. There's loads of different options here. Alright, so first of all, let's start with the gun. So I'm running a police M4, but other options are a GR9, really good for this build, less chance of running out of bullets. And there's also the option to run the Grudge, that you get this from when you complete Warlords of New York. It's guaranteed every time. I would change this to damage to target out of cover, and we would get the perfect Vindictive talent. But let's just go back to my police M4. And the reason we're running Vindictive is because killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and all allies within 15 meters 15% critical hit chance and 15% critical hit damage for 20 seconds, which is awesome for what we're going to be doing. So that's the first buff that we're going to apply to the team. Now, if you swap to the LMG, the build stays exactly the same, but if you swap to the Grudge, which is also really nice, you get 21% critical hit chance built into this gun. You can remove all critical hit chance pretty much from your gear, and you'll get an extra buff of critical hit damage. It hits really nice, 108k, 900 RPM is really good. So if you want to use the Grudge instead, you also get a better version of Vindictive. You're actually providing 18%, and the range is up to 20 meters, which is a significant boost. So, you might want to run the Grudge as well. The Grudge is definitely a good option here if you've not run it before. Scorpio, I talked about before. That is so that I can get the status effects really easily. So let's talk about the second buffs that we're going to apply to the team. So as you can see here, crit chance, crit damage, crit chance, and weapon damage, all really nice. The crit chance mod, if I was running the SMG, would be crit damage. That's what you've got to think about there. And we then going to try and play at this 15 to 25 meter range, giving us 10% crit chance and 10% crit damage. So let's not talk about the crit chance for now. So that's a 25% boost to our team in critical hit damage. Really nice. If you are playing under the 15 meters, you're going to give your team then, even more, a 40% critical hit damage boost. But you're hindering your DPS because you won't be at max critical hit chance, but your team will be, giving them an even bigger critical hit damage boost. Then we can look at the backpack. Now, I tried a Fenris backpack because I was using an assault rifle. It didn't yield good enough results. So this is better for all around because we just change to whatever gun and don't have to ever worry about changing the backpack. Grupo backpack with critical hit damage, weapon damage, crit chance, crit chance. Again, kind of a perfect roll because I can just take the chance out for a damage if I decide to roll an SMG. Then we're going to put Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. And that's really just, all good for damage for me. It gives you a lot of damage. It's really good. But one thing you can think about here is if you're not going to rock an AR, maybe you're going to rock a shotgun with this. You could put Opportunistic on here as well and provide even more team buffs and another multiplier on the damage, and it'll work really well. So you've got that option there as well. So then let's take a look at the ongoing directive. So we've got the chest here with status effects we're not bothered about, but some reload speed, nice, especially if you're using an LMG, the GR9 with this. And then we get the hollow point bullets as well. Shooting a status affected enemy will apply a mark. Killing a marked enemy grants the hollow points for me, but it also gives half a mag to all of my teammates. The mark lasts 10 seconds, which is not a problem. Everything's dead by then anyway. But the hollow points amplifies weapon damage by 20% and then applies bleed, allowing us to keep them constantly up all of the time. Weapon damage, crit damage here, so you keep this the same no matter what gun you're using. But obviously as well, we get an extra buff all the way up to 35% amplified damage because we're using the chest piece. But just remember that doesn't apply to your teammates. So then we're going to take a look at the gloves, weapon damage, crit damage. And this is going to be a similar theme all the way around here now. Weapon damage, crit damage on the knees, and then weapon damage, crit damage on the holster. I'm using the firewall shield because that's another reason I went with firewall, and they've got my extra life. Just remember, when you mod it up, take the extra firewall versions of the mods for some better health and some better regeneration. And I've got holstered regeneration in there as well. And let's run the elite agent skin because we are cool. When we take a look at the mods here, you can see I've got crit damage, the extending mag, and then again the extra crit damage here. So let's take a look in my version here how much we're actually going to be buffing the team. So with the police M4, that gives us 15% crit damage. We know we're going to take another 10 from here from the Coyote's mask, 25% critical hit damage, which is nice. We're going to be applying bleed, and we're also going to be giving them hollow point for 20% extra amplified weapon damage in the gun as well. And we're going to be doing lots of killing as well. We're going to be right up there with the rest of the team. Just really, really nice. And you've got a lot of options here to run this with. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Let's just mess with my build a little bit. In fact, let's just take a look at the stat sheet first of all. So you want to be building for the AR version to 35%, because we know the mask and the gun talent are going to give us 25%, taking us all the way up to 60%. And everything else you can rock into critical hit damage. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. But let's mess with the build a little bit. And let's put on the grudge. So we've got the grudge on here now. And we know that we are way over. Way over. So we can take this out. And we know we can afford to bring this down now. We don't want to use that one. So we'll use that one there. We can take this crit chance one out. Can't use that one. Can't use that one. We can take that one out. And that one's already a damage. So we've got 3 damage mods in here now. And let's have a look at their stats. So we're at 43%, but we can't actually take it down any lower. Not easily anyway. The only thing that you could do would be to run a different backpack that doesn't have this critical chance roll in here. You can perhaps have weapon handling for some stability. You could perhaps just put in headshot damage, you know, for some extra damage here. And that would take it down another 6%. And we even then would still be just over. But you could eke a little bit, if you min-maxing that little bit of extra damage out of the build. Putting headshot damage in there would be what you would want to do. But then let's spec the gun up as we would. So then we can just literally just put a critical hit damage there. Now this doesn't support... Oh, hang on. Alright, so this one doesn't support the firewall attachment and doesn't have any good mods at all, unfortunately. So we'll put some accuracy on there. So that's a bit of a bummer. That's a little bit of a bummer. But we can put critical hit damage there. And we'll put 20 rounds in there. And let's have a look at it now. So it has 52 in the mag. It has 900 RPM. That's kind of nice. I mean, its recoil pattern is all over the place, but I mean, this is on easy, so it's not really proving anything. Yeah, I mean, it's not as stable as the Police M4, but it is doing the job. You know, we are deleting enemies still. If you were much closer, you know, that you would be getting that the extra buffs. And wow, actually it's doing a really good job. Things seem to actually be just disappearing as much as they do. Let's have a look at the stats here. 178% critical hit damage. Wow. So that'll be 188 with the Coyote's mask. 198. 206. Wowzers. So actually really good. We're getting the correct Coyotes buff as well. I'm actually very impressed, and we're actually now providing even more boosted damage to the team. Obviously you just play a little bit closer to make it a little bit easier, but that's crazy. That's putting in the work. So if you want to use the grudge because you've not used it before, this is definitely going to be the gun to be using. There's no special skin for it, but that's going to be it. I'm going to put some footage at the end. Please do enjoy it. Thank you for supporting the channel recently. We are getting to 10k subs. That's where aim is. That's where we're grinding to. If you've not hit that sub button yet, this build's awesome. Definitely worth hitting that sub button. I really would appreciate it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, let everybody know this build's great. I'll see you in the next video. Come over to Twitch and say hi. It was nice to see you in person as well. Thanks for watching, agents. Enjoy the footage. Goodbye.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
What was that noise? Gotta find a way past that shield.
An asshole.
You want it? I'm a target.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
You there? I'm ready. Man down. Shield the target.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Let's get a turret up. Let's see you run now.
Serious trauma detected.
Stand there and take it.
We're losing people. Got you now.
Yeah, let's kick some ass.
From the side. Yeah.
Agent requesting backup.
Get away from me. Throwing the friend.
Positioning.
Our flank is exposed. Get to cover.
Submit the turret. Trouble them.
Gone. There's the goal. Keep hitting that cover. Come on.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
I had some days. Check it out.
Get to the casualty!
Make you bleed.
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
Careful with those rounds! You wanna kill everybody in here?
You hear that? Pump this noise. I'm not dying to help with the ammo pound.
DC-62 detected.
Heads up. Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. We can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. You've got to find a way to close up that tunnel.
Someone there?
Shield!
I won't leave anyone alive. Help! What am I...
Flank it!
Screw you, you division!
Deploying fool!
Trying to... Going to set him up! Gonna cause trouble! Together! You like that?
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Come on, let's do this! Get back! You're going... Oh, sorry, again.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! You slot yourself in with us. I'll make sure you rot down here.
Come on!
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated. Agent vital signs 0.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I'll I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sons infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated their stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.